Hello everyone, just a little update on the old hand situation. So where we are at the moment, I had the back slab, it's called, which is like a split cast on the hand so that it allows for swelling to kind of come and go without sort of being constricted within a full plaster cast. I thought I was going into a full plaster cast, but actually look, I've got a lovely little lightweight, it's kind of like a moulded splint, and to try and keep my hand in that position, which might not look brilliant, but just try and think it was like that before. So it's quite a, yeah, look at that, it's quite a big difference, and that's going to hopefully make a big difference to my life, just just doing, yeah, just lots of reasons really, I don't need to list them, but it's kind of like one of the problems with condition I've got. I've got two, it's kind of rare conditions. This feels like a kind of rare disease fight club where two rules are: we talk about rare diseases, and the second rule is we just keep on going on about rare diseases. So hope it doesn't bore the pants off any of you, but I've got two rare diseases, which is kind of greedy of me, I know, but there you go. One of them I got from birth, which is kind of Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. Quite an odd name, but named after three neurologists. And that's a kind of neuromuscular disease, which is just progressive. It just makes you muscles weaker, and particularly hands and feet get affected by that. And at some point I'll show you my feet, but I'll give you a plenty warning, because you don't want to see feet like that before you can eat, or immediately after eating, because they're the ugliest feet in the world, trust me. And they don't even have, they're neither form nor function. They're ugly and they don't work very well. So that was a bit unlucky, but anyway, I got that one, and then about 5 years ago I got this one, which is a group of part of the group of autoimmune diseases, which fall under the banner of scleroderma, which just is Greek, I think, for hard skin, or statue-like, type of thing, where basically your immune system causes you to develop more and more scar tissue, internally and externally. So one of the problems with an autoimmune condition is that you have to take a lot of medication, and a lot of that medication is to suppress the immune system, to try and switch it off, so that it's not doing all these crazy things to you, which a lot you can't see because they're going on inside. But immune suppressant medication means that things like you're more prone to infections and problems like that. So I've just come out of, not long come out of shielding from coronavirus, because I'm on immune suppressants. And the immune suppressants mean that my wounds in my fingers there's more risk of getting infection, not healing very well. In terms of, that's theoretically that's the case, but it doesn't always mean that's the case. And I have to say that, touch wood, I've had no real infections. Just a couple of slight ones on the knuckles, which is just where you get ulceration from the skin being so tight. But that hopefully won't be a problem with my new improved hand. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. It's just a waiting game now, waiting to be able to start my physiotherapy on this hand, and get it kind of doing as much as I can. The ideal is to be able to get that thumb and that finger to meet, and that might not happen, but at the moment I've got this kind of movement. I can sort of pick things up with thumb against finger, but it's not great. But if this doesn't work particularly well, then this probably needs to be left the way it is, rather than trying to straighten it out, and then I'll have two hands that can't quite grip things, if that makes sense. So I'm just hoping, and if I behave myself and do all my physio, this one will start working, quite effectively, and not only have form but have function, and that's cool. So that's kind of it for this one. I just want to give a little shout out, as I say, to Ben, who I know will be watching this, and Ben has Charcot-Marie-Tooth as well, and is one of the sort of rare brethren of these groups of genetic kind of crazy things that happen to us. But I'm yet to meet anybody else who's got my condition of systemic sclerosis, and I don't think there's many of us about, which is good, because I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but it's kind of like can make it a little bit lonely, and just on that note, a couple of days ago I had a really, really bad day where I was just like, everything was just like, as I say, like existentially, life just turns to shit, But anyway, that was one day. The next day was fine. So the moral of that is just keep ploughing through, anyone, if you're having like a bit of a rough time. Every day, you wake up is going to be different. It might not be great again, but it might be better. So hang on in there. And yeah, thanks for listening. I hope I've sort of given. I hope it's not been too dull. Anyway, I'll do another episode of Rare Disease Fight Club again at some point, when I can update you a bit more on this. And this is going to be my thing, because the scars, anyone who's seen the pictures of my hand will see I've got these, I have these great scars on this hand. I was always going to, when I finished work, I was always going to have my hands tattooed, and then this happened, I got this disease, I couldn't have the tattoos on my hands, but I'll have some kind of lovely big scars actually, and I'll be able to kind of pretend that I'm some sort of old prize bare knuckle fighter, and that'd be kind of like my little kind of sort of false identity that I can fall into from time to time. Anyway, hope everybody's okay, and take care of yourselves out there. Thanks for listening. Peace to you all. Bye bye.